You're listening to The Traditional Millennial with Brittany Dotson, where conventional meets contemporary and faith fills the gap. We are back again on The Traditional Millennial. Same people here, same discussion or same topic of discussion. But we had to kind of break this up a little bit because Cliff didn't want to act right and we kind of got a little lengthy last time. So we are going to dig a little deeper into the conversation and keep it going. Is that all right?
I'm going to act right.
Absolutely.
Okay. We were talking earlier about relationships, what's missing, what people got going on, and all of this. So Dre and I were having a conversation about this whole ordeal with Keke Palmer, and she has this song. I think is it "Bossy"? I'm Bossy or something like that.
The one, the live performance song.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Where she was like, what did she say?
I think it was something to the effect of like, I don't need a man, I just need a bag. Or something like that.
I need get my bag or something like that. How do y'all feel about that type of relationship propaganda? Even if no matter where you hear it at, no matter what it's for, what environment it's said in, how do y'all feel about women who propagate messages like that?
So I think it's problematic, like any way you look at it. And not just from a woman's standpoint. I feel like American culture, we're obsessed with power on all levels. So that, to me, that's like the worst thing for relationships, because we all want to be in total control and total power. So there is no working together. There is no like, okay, I'm gonna relinquish this to my person. Everybody wants to be in control of everything, and nobody is letting go of anything. So money's not the answer.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
For men or women.
For sure.
I think I'll even go as far as to say it's anti-God, because God created, for us to be in a relationship, and we do need a man. Whether we feel like we need one or not,
right.
In some capacity. So, like Dre said, it is a problem either way around. And I would even say it's anti-God, because it goes against what he established, relationship.
Right.
That was the first thing, with humans that he created was relationship.
Right.
So, and it creates this idea that money solves everything, and though the Bible does say it answers all things, it don't answer everything. I think I may disagree on that part, but I'm sure it's somewhere else in the Bible that rounds it out or whatever. But yeah, it's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Well, money do answer all things, but the love of it, that's where it is.
That
the
part.
love of money.
Thank you for bringing it around.
See? Of all evil.
See?
Right.
So now ask Keke, where is her husband?
Right.
Or how many she done had, or whatever. If that's why you ain't got one, because all you need is your money. If a woman feel like all she needs is her money, don't need you, you're not going to get a man. And when you get one, he going to be running through your money because he needs your money too.
That's terrible.
See, it's just sad, man.
It's sad.
It's really sad.
It is.
When we allow money, the love of it, to push everything else away. Like, you don't need no love, you don't need no nothing.
Yeah.
I don't get that. You can't do nothing with that money under the sheets, nowhere. You can only spend that. Now you can buy something to go up under there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But right. For real.
When it's all said and done, you're gonna need a man.
Okay, just like you need a woman. You're gonna need a woman. Anyway,
Right.
Now, you just proved your own.
See, the Lord done taught me.
What did he teach?
I don't
He's
play with
special.
women, and I don't play with God. So if I
he
can't be
teach?
married and have sex and all that kind of stuff, then I done had enough of it.
Okay.
I'm 52. I done ran through. So I'm not impressed with nothing. It ain't like I'm missing out on nothing. Now I know everybody's tripping right now.
Breathe, Brittany.
No. I'm only
This is how
I'm only saying this because of what you said.
I'm telling you the
You
truth.
said about Kiki. You talking about her under the sheets and a man being under that
Yeah.
with her and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Well, if
Yeah.
she needs a man, then you need a woman.
Not to marry.
Because she has a whole baby.
Wow.
So she know what it feel like too.
Look. I've been through. I have
What does she
some
have,
strong self-control, which she don't have. I can tell because she on there talking like that.
I got you. You for real.
You know, you got to be able to. You got to really be able to. You can't be a monkey see, monkey do. You can't do what everybody else is doing when you're chosen.
I got you.
And I'm serious now. I'm serious now because it is a struggle. It is a struggle because you're in this flesh.
Yeah.
And it is a struggle. But do you rather struggle or go to hell? Since I don't want to be married, I don't want the other stuff that comes with marriage. This is what I don't want the what if. It don't work. It don't last. Now you got to rebuild yourself again. I just can't. I ain't got the strength.
It's a personal preference.
It's all personal. I don't have nothing against marriage. I think it's beautiful when it works. And I've only seen it work for older folk that have been married about 3 times. And now they finally got somebody like my parents. Understand? My mother was married to somebody. He was married to somebody. My mother had 2 marriages. She had 3 boys from her 2 other husbands. Okay. And not one of them was no good. The husbands. Now God had him over here. We always knew him, but didn't never, join them together. They've been together for 40-some years now. Because they both been through all the other stuff. Now they seasoned and they ready to just, you know what I'm saying? And it takes a long time to get to that. And I ain't got the time.
I got you. Well,
Y'all know I just talk truth for me. These are my opinions.
Oh, well, we know.
Right.
Okay.
These are my opinions, and what works for me works for me.
Got
You just got to be your own self now. You can't do it because everybody else doing it.
Right.
I got in trouble.
That's
I
one
had a
thing
child
you don't
because
do.
of that.
Yeah, and you say that when I think about like messages like that Keke Palmer and whoever, all these other people, like,
Sierra.
talking to Sierra,
And she married.
yeah, people are weird. I think what people don't understand is that Keke has an agenda, but you have itching ears. Keke trying to get something from you, but you're trying to learn life lessons from Keke. And so it's 2 different motives and agendas going on here, and you don't even know it. And people wonder why they're walking around here so empty, so depressed, feeling some type of way. They can't get right. They're promiscuous. They're insecure. They're unstable. It's because you continue to feed yourself junk.
Right.
So you filling up on cookies and candy and punch and all this stuff instead of actually eating. So now you have an insatiable appetite and you're wondering why things are going like they're going. It's because of the people you're listening to. And even people even people like Keke and Sierra and all these people with these large platforms, something that they are not, I guess, understanding is that when the Bible says to whom much is given, much is required, to whom much is demanded, the more is, whom much is given, much more is demanded. If that's not just spiritual stuff, like you have these audiences that you have to be a good steward over. And now you are putting filth out here and you're putting toxins out here and people are grabbing that stuff.
And
they're looking to you to be to for the gospel on relationships, for the gospel on how to deal with your daddy issues and how to deal with trauma. These are the people that you're listening to, and they are feeding you filth. And this is what you look for. This is what you like. And you keep running back to them thinking that you're going to get something from them that's going to help you along the way. And it's 5 years later and you still where you were 5 years ago. And people don't understand it's because of what you're digesting. Like you gotta excrete that stuff. Some of this, like, you need to get you some really good substance in you, cause that stuff that ain't it.
Right.
Cause I'm single. I do for myself. I gotta take care of me. Who else gonna take care of me? I ain't got nobody right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta do it. But I would be derelict to think that I don't need a man in my life, even if it's my dad right now.
Mm-hmm.
I call my dad for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I know what a provider, a protector, a defender, a man of God, somebody who fears God, who puts his family first. Like, I know what that looks like. My dad's been a pastor all my life. He's been, busy doing here and there all my life, but he has never missed anything that we had going on. Like, we've never questioned where his loyalty was, like where we fit in his life, none of that. So I would be crazy to think that, or to even make myself feel like I wouldn't want that from somebody. Like, that's beautiful to me, So, like, for people to say stuff like that, I think, like, what are you telling your son? Because she has a son. So, how are you teaching him to even value women? How are you teaching or even showing women to value your son? You're not, and so I don't really get where people, like, even, I don't care if you're trying to make money. I don't care if you're just singing a song. I don't care if it's lyrics. I don't care if you're trying to get stuff to rhyme. If it's not right, if it's poison, if it's filth, if it's going to be detrimental to somebody, keep that mess to yourself. For real. Because that, like, I'm talking about it and getting upset. So,
and then, just as a man, it's hurtful to see that type of stuff. Like for me, like, I take having kids like very serious. So when I see a woman with child speaking that way, it just it's very off-putting. It's like, man, like you have a kid with a man, and this is how you saying you feel about men in general. Like,
it's
that.
crazy.
Make it make sense.
It don't make sense.
Makes no sense at all. So people need to just be careful who they listen to.
And you got to be careful what you say.
Right.
Because you got to take responsibility for what you put out there.
Right.
You're gonna be held accountable for that. What you speak and what you put out there.
Absolutely.
And we're breeding and we're putting out different spirits. That's what we're doing. We're putting out different spirits, and these young people grabbing them.
Love it.
Now music may not affect us, but music got power. Music got power.
Me too, you too.
Yeah.
It
the
affects,
right
I'm
song.
just saying, we kind of mature now, so we know,
So
I ain't gonna.
know how to not even.
Right.
I'm not even gonna be listening to anything.
Right.
And
See, I can listen to, like, I'm a gospel artist, but I can listen to R&B or whatever, some of the stuff that I like, and it don't affect my spirit.
Yeah.
Because I've grown in that area where I'm not affected by the songs. I'm not affected about what other people's doing. Like, my friends are singing in the clubs. I done that. But I don't want to go out there no more. When I go to just be with some of them, I'm totally uncomfortable. Okay, I don't drink. You in a club and you ain't gonna drink? I don't dance no more.
No more.
What are you here for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
I ain't looking for nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm wasting my time. This is what I'm doing. I'm wasting my gas coming. So no, you just gotta be careful with your time and all that kind of stuff, So
Hey, you said something. You were talking about the sheets and all that stuff, and you done had this and run through. That's really disturbing when you say I done ran through. Cliff. You just messed me up there. But to speak to that,
okay.
Question. So how do y'all deal with? And I guess I'm not asking you because you just you kind of brushed it off altogether. Like, this does not involve you. How do y'all deal with sexual temptation? Like, how do you remain abstinent? How do you not put yourself in situations like that kind of breed that sexual energy and tension?
So I guess this is directed at me.
No. I'm saying not you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you how I deal with it sometimes.
Well, you say you don't even want to be with anybody. You don't even want that. Like,
but I mean,
you aren't even
like I said, I'm still human.
Okay,
and so
to us from your human
self. I don't go places.
Wait a minute. Back up.
I stay at home and I go to church.
Do you ever see anybody at church?
Nah, I make sure I don't go to those churches.
Wait a minute.
No.
Know how to deal with yourself. Now you know how much you can take. If there's some on TV, I got to turn. If I start, I'ma turn. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Cliff, wait.
Did you know me before now?
Wait.
You're not gonna see me all over the rock.
Cliff, you just wait a minute. Okay, I get. Okay, you're not gonna go to a club. Okay, but that's probably it's because you just done with the club scene now. Like, you know, you grow past certain stuff. You don't want to do that anymore. You don't go to the club. You go. You watch where you go. But you just said church though. Like, who you going to church with? You don't ever see anybody. Like nobody ever. Actually, you select.
So you saying
I don't?
I'm not saying I don't see anybody attractive.
So you make sure you go to churches where the people are unattractive.
No. Okay, let's just do this. I may see somebody that's I'm attracted to, but since I know I don't want to be in no, I just leave it alone.
In your mind, like how? So how do you? So you're saying you look at them and you're like, oh, she's nice looking or whatever, she's attractive, and then you're like, oh, okay, back to yes, Jesus loves me. That's what. So you just like
I don't go after it.
Well, no, okay, I'm not saying.
And I mean, like I don't go to them because I'm attracted to them and want to hold a conversation or try to get to know them.
Okay.
Because I know where that goes.
Okay, so I guess what I'm hearing you say is because as long as you are not interested in going that far with a person, you're not, sex doesn't even cross your mind because you don't see that person in that way anyway. Beyond, I think you're attractive, goodbye.
Sex gonna always cross your mind.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like in situations
but you not know how to
like
cut it
that,
on off. Yeah, just leave it alone.
So it crosses your mind at the time, or it would.
Well, no. You mean like if I see somebody like I want to have sex with them?
But that's what
you're saying. No, I don't do that.
Right. So
I may see you attractive. I may see that you're attractive. You know, but then I know I'm not. Why would I even take her through?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to go that far. So because you don't go that far.
Because if I went to her and I told her I don't want to be married, I'd had women say, "What? You want to be married? No. Why you don't want to be?" See, they're trying to dig to see why. I just told you I want to be married. Now let's get that straight. Now I'll be a good friend to you. In the beginning, I believe in conversation. I believe in being real in the beginning, so it won't be no. Well, I thought you was like, no. How'd you figure that? I don't care if I'm doing nice things for you. I don't care if I'm running for you. I don't care. I'm gonna be a good friend to you. Not that I want you like that. I done had a minute do that.
Oh yeah.
But I be honest because I love women. I love women because that's why I don't play with them. I don't play with women. I've seen them be hurt too much, and I know I hurt somebody. As far as emotionally, because I don't want what you want. So don't waste time. I make it find somebody for you. That's the friend I am. I can look out for you.
Okay. Yeah. I got you. So it doesn't go that far. You don't have to worry about the sex part. Right. You keep yourself.
You got to keep it moving.
Away from that.
Now, it took me a time to get there, but I got there.
Okay. What about y'all?
He like, what's the question?
Just heavy on humility, man. Heavy on knowing that you're human. Heavy on self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just leave it there.
You know, people can pressure you into doing things, especially women. I've had it done before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just wanted to we was just hanging out and talking in my car, and we were just talking. But I never made no advancement to her. So we leaned over talking like this, and she said, well, let me straighten up since you're not going to kiss me. Is that what you wanted? That's easy.
Yeah.
You just had to say so. Am I supposed to just go over on you like that so you can say, hey, what you doing? See, we all got to be careful. See how she was like, I ain't finna ask you to kiss. I ain't finna just kiss you or ask you to kiss me. Well, I ain't finna move in on you and then you punch me in my face or something.
and that's another thing. Like with the whole Me Too movement, I'm shook.
Be careful, dog.
I'm shook.
Yeah.
I don't even.
And that even goes back to the whole like a woman shooting her shot, a man shooting his shot, whatever it may be. It's like we in an age now, like things are different. Like you almost have to have a woman spell it out for you before you assume anything.
You're right.
True, that's true.
Because it can get bad for you quickly.
So true.
And that's different for men.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's different for us because you can say something derogatory to us. Well, come on. We won't go and say, I just been sexually harassed. First of all, they're going to laugh at you. Think a man they don't believe men can be sexually harassed. It don't happen much. At least I don't think it do. In the business.
Man, I got stories, man. from 16 years old, man. Like my first job, man. I got sexual harassed every day.
Really?
I'm being serious.
See?
By older women, by grown women.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She wanted to.
Vakesia, tell us how you deal with sexual.
Well, kind of what Cliff said.
Wow.
As far as like not putting yourself in certain situations, right? When I reflect over my life, and I know it's a lot of times that I've fallen is because I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. And nobody knew I was there but me. You know, there was no accountability. I'm doing my own thing or whatever. And also, I didn't have in my mind or value what I really wanted in life. You know, I was just living for the moment. I wasn't thinking about, you know, after this happened, then what? You know, I wasn't it wasn't in the forefront of my mind, okay, Vakesia, you want to be somebody's wife one day, you know, or just I want to please God, you know, and that's another thing. I think one of the things that keeps me today especially is just my relationship with God. Where I am right now, I don't want to jeopardize that. It took me too long to get there, you know, and I'm like, I know my hiccups and what has caused that, and that's one of the things, and goes back, what comes to my mind when we're talking about this is David and how he was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. He was supposed to be at war. And that's how he ended up with Bathsheba. Because he wasn't on his business. He was not in his purpose and doing what he was supposed to do. So now I am very intentional about making sure that I'm doing something that is productive and doing something that's purposeful and keeping in the forefront of my mind my call and where I want to be in my relationship with God.
Yeah, so that's good. I like it. You said something, but I want to say before I, kind of piggyback on what you said, I know for me, in my experience just now, out of sight, out of mind, right? Like I'm not with anybody. We're not feeling each other. Things aren't going, I don't have something going on with somebody and things are good and stuff. That I don't even think about it. Man, I'm so busy. I go to bed so late, wake up so early, so consumed with all this other stuff. Like it's what I don't know. But soon as you really are feeling somebody, you get with them and things are good and y'all are connecting and stuff. That's when it gets tricky. But it goes back to what you said, and I think about my life and I think about the strongholds that have been placed in my life and how I fortified them. Because I was dealing with a person that I shouldn't have been. Like I was sexually involved with someone that I shouldn't have been. And so I think about that, and that's something that really, really keeps me grounded now. Because me and the Lord and the weapons that are mighty and the pulling down of strongholds, we got the stuff down. And, I'm like, okay, I don't want the confusion. I don't want the complexity. I want the blinders on. I want to be able to really get to know someone. And so that helps. But, for me, this is my story. This is my life. I have to have something in my mind that I really, really value that will keep me tethered to abstinence. You know, because you talk about not being in places and not going places and boundaries and stuff like that. Well, see, here's the thing. You said about women, like we can pressure you and people can pressure you into stuff. As a woman, you understand the power of persuasion. And so I think that just innately comes with being a woman. So I have to make sure that I have something that I am adherent to, because I will try to circumvent or subvert the boundary. Like, so let's say we're not going to be at each other's house past 12:30, 1 o'clock because we don't want to get in trouble, you know. We go eat or something. We go on a date. You look good. You smell good. Conversation is good. On the way home, talking good. We get to the house. We in the car for another 30 minutes. Conversation going good. I'm asking you to come in the house. Like at this point in time, I don't want to leave you. You know, I want you there. So I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna get you in the house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting you coming in the house, like by any means necessary. So I need something that's gonna help me to not go there, and something that has really, really, really helped me, that I've really, really attached myself to, is the idea of us all being image bearers. We all are. I want to be honored, and I want to be appreciated, and I want to be respected and loved as an image bearer, and so does other image bearers. And so when I think about that, and I think about the Philippian letter and how Paul was talking about esteem others higher than yourself, don't look on your own interest, and how Jesus emptied himself to the point of humiliation, even death on a cross. I think about how all of those things tell us to think about other people. And so when I think about that, I think about you as a person, and I don't want to be the person that causes you to offend God. I don't want to be the person that causes you to dishonor your relationship with the Lord. I want you to be good with him. I want you to be good with me. I want to be good with him. I want us to be on the same page there, and I want our relationship to be blessed. So when I look at you like that, I'm like, okay, this really helps, because I you know, the Bible tells us offenses are going to come, but it says woe unto him by whom the offense cometh. I don't want to be in your woe conversation because I caused you to be driven into sin. I don't want to do another person like that. And so, you know, I'm just the type of person, like, if I'm with someone, you're going to know I appreciate you. You're going to know I love you. You're going to know I got your back. Like, I'm rooting for you. I'm on the sidelines, like, cheering you on. Like, prime example, my youngest sister, middle sister, Candace, when she was in high school, she went to the Meet of Champs. It's for track, like, like the finals are for, like, basketball and football and stuff. So she went there and she was competing in the long jump competition. And so my mom and dad were in the stands. I'm down here, like, on the sideline. She running and jumping. I'm running with her. I'm yelling and screaming, go, 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 go. And then, like, she jumped. I think she was a 16 something. I was like, I'm turning around the stand. She jumped to 16. I'm like yelling. That's how I am. And, like, that's how I was. And she ended up winning too. And so I was so excited. That's how I am in people's lives. Like, if I love you and I care about you, right, I am rooting for you. Right. I want to see you win. And so if I'm on the sidelines and you're running a race and I'm cheering you on, what would it look like me coming out putting a hurdle on the track for you to stumble over and lose the race? That's how I feel about sex. You know, and if I introduce that into your life, now you've dishonored God, I've dishonored God, we've dishonored our bodies. Might have some little complication here or whatever. You know, you just don't ever know what's going to happen. And so I just feel like I want to value a person and love a person with an agape love that gives you what you need, even when that may not be what we want to do. We might want to get on down right now, but that's not what we need to do. And so then when we walk away, say we don't work out, I now don't have to worry about the guilt of giving myself to another person that was not meant for me and that was not ordained for me. And so that is what helps me to not invite you in at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know,
that's heavy.
So
another way is knowing that when you give yourself to somebody, you're now soul ties. You connect yourself with that person, and they call it soul ties because now it's gonna go further than that. There's gonna be some feelings, so now all that's involved. But you just like me. You have a way of staying abstinent. You have your way to stay. What the Bible talk about? Flee fornication. It said that.
Yes.
What do flee mean?
Run.
You're going to take off running.
Come on, somebody.
So you're going to walk in there, you're going to see all those attractive women, and you're going to run out the
You
door.
turn
I
around and
got
say, this ain't the place for me.
I got you.
But I'm just saying, if you know you're not, if you know you're saving yourself, because, that's just, people ain't thinking that way no more. That's why, and then my dad said, you'll never learn a person or know a person until you live with them. So a lot of people learn to people while they shacking and destroying their lives and having kids and everything else. And then when they fall apart, there's a mess. When you should have just waited.
Yeah, just wait.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we don't have no patience.
And the crazy part about that, you said that people move in, you don't know a person until you live with them. They are trying to learn somebody while living with them and by having sex with them. And, we know sex blinds us to some things. There's a lot of complications there.
It is.
Right.
It's like...
That's why a lot of women accept a lot, too, in relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now they in it. So, and women are more... the weaker vessel, and I don't think that's mean this.
Right.
You guys have this motherly instinct that God has put in women, in the woman. And so they feel that they have to nurture whoever they with, have to take care of their man. I've seen this, y'all see it too. Women feel like they have to take care of their man, So there's a problem when she feel like she got to do that and she ain't married to him.
See, that's why I told you I'm not washing clothes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Hey, so speaking of this, I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about, I think they call it roster dating? Is that what people are saying? Roster dating? Like dating multiple people at one time?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what that is? How y'all
How
feel
is that
about
new?
Well, it's not new. They just come up with new terms for different things now. Because back, we never called it roster dating. Like, nobody called it that. We we're like a serial
it's
dater.
having a roster. You got to start at 5.
Right. That's the idea.
What is it?
So if you were to be a coach on a team, on a basketball team,
you got your 5 special ones.
Yeah, your 5 players that you gonna
your 5 stars.
That's it. That's roster dating.
And so you dating all 5 of these stars. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. How y'all feel about that?
It's normal.
I say to each his own. I don't see a problem with it.
I think we all do it.
Do we?
Of course.
Whether being honest or not.
Yeah.
Some people do
That's
it discreetly.
That's how you meet people.
Some people do it openly. Some people date openly, like say, hey, I don't mind dating you, but I'm dating 3 other people at the current time. Some people are upfront, but some people just...
Some ain't.
They'll date this one person, still deal with these other 3 or 4.
Do y'all do that? Well, you know. You don't do anything.
Even when I've roster dated before, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a problem with it.
Would you do it now?
Nah.
Okay. Why
Only,
not now?
Only because... So I'll say I think it's more accepted in like bigger cities. It's like a normal thing. In smaller towns, it can get a little confusing because everybody know everybody. So if I go on a date Monday and then Wednesday I'm on another date and I see the person I went on a date with Monday, and I'm on another date and they by themselves, it can get a little tricky.
It's a little tricky.
But
But valid too.
How you?
I don't see how people do it. I'm a one-track mind person. Like, I can maybe talk to multiple people, but actually dating multiple people, I don't think I can do that.
Let me ask you what. So when you say dating, what is dating to you? What does dating look like?
Dating is, okay, we are going out. Okay. We're doing things together openly, right?
But not exclusively?
Yes. And exclusively.
She's saying
exclusively.
Exclusively, right?
No. So when you date somebody, you date one person, that's it. Until that's not what you want, then you find somebody else. Or they find, I see what you're saying. Yeah, a lot of people do.
I don't know if I just don't have the attention span to be. I can't be spread too
juggling.
thin. Like I can't be doing too many things. I'm trying to manage my own life.
And then I also say, I'm a competitive person. So like if I'm dating someone, I don't mind them dating multiple people because I want to show that I'm the best, that I'm the best candidate. So go right ahead.
Oh, you go ahead and roster date. I'm not gonna do it, but and then you're gonna see why you don't need to date all those.
It's too much energy and too much money spent.
Yeah, now that part is kind of,
yeah. Well, I say like I'm spending the money.
Right.
But I'm like you. I can't do it. I'm trying to think back over my life, and as far as dating goes, I've not ever dated multiple people at a time. Maybe conversing. I don't feel like I've conversed with more than 2 people at a time. And nowadays, oh my God, no. I can barely keep up with my own life. Like dating multiple people, like going out with multiple people. Because the thing is, even if I'm talking to one person, we might have several conversations before I even date you. Like go out with you. Because I don't, like I think I said this last time, I don't want you to waste your money and I know I'm not gonna, like nothing's gonna be
right.
But I think now too though, as far as like the whole roster dating thing goes and dating multiple people, Dre and I were talking about this. I have learned how to discern relationships in my life and how to navigate those in my life. Because if I start talking to you and I feel like, or even maybe the spirit may reveal to me that maybe you're someone that I just need to pray with. Maybe you're somebody that I need to help you to see how to mend a broken relationship in your life. Maybe we just need to be friends. Maybe I need to introduce you to Christ. I mean, if I can discern that, I feel like I won't waste my time and you won't waste yours. And 2, we both will be at an advantage because of that. Like and maybe that's why I can't do the whole multiple dating people at multiple times because I don't even feel like I should be in everybody's life, even 5 people, 4 people. I shouldn't be in all 4 of your life in that capacity.
Right.
Like, and you don't need me in yours in that capacity. And so that's just a lot. That's a lot. And I like to pay attention to people, close attention to people. And I can't do that with 3, 4, 5 people. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not. Like, because I'm going to be asking you all these questions, and you're going to be giving me all these answers, and then he going to be asking me these questions. I'm going to be asking him questions, getting all these answers, and then I'm going to tell you that your best friend's name was Joe, and really your best friend's name was Robert, and
just
like, it's going to be messed
up.
You know, like, I don't want to feel like I got to write your information down to know you. Right.
So I have a question that kind of, I guess, coincides, with this topic. So I think it was Steve Harvey. I heard him say that once you're in a relationship, he was saying like same-sex friends should be like off the table. Like, what's y'all thoughts on that? Because I have a very interesting perspective, but I'll let y'all go first.
Okay.
Wait. Same-sex friends is
like for example, if you have female friends, just platonic friends. Once you enter into a relationship, a serious relationship, they basically were saying like, well, Steve Harvey put it like this. He said, for men, he said, there's no such thing as a male friend to a woman. He said, we are all guys just waiting for a chance and posing as friends. I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally disagree.
Me too.
Well, Cliff over here says he wants to be every woman's friend.
Right.
You cool with being a woman's friend. Like, you can be your friend. You can be a woman's friend and that be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not looking for anything serious.
Exactly.
Okay.
I could be friends with a married woman.
So